This is a huge update in the Austin Drummond case, and this changes everything. This reporter in the case literally just dropped a bombshell. Let's look at it. I also encourage you guys, unless something is officially confirmed, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know this reporter. I don't know how accurate he is. So I'm just throwing that out there. Not saying he's not accurate or he's not a good reporter. But I'd be interested to see and hear the actual recordings of this phone conversation, which he says he has. Okay, so let's just read the key points where he actually talks about the conversation. But he says that a source gave his phone number to Austin Drummond, and that's how they ended up getting in contact. So here are the key points. Austin Drummond revealed he was working with a confidential informant after being approached by prosecutors. He claims to have assisted authorities, including the FBI, undercover to help in their crackdown on drug smuggling into jails and prisons, helping to arrest dealers, crooked cops, and gang member leadership. Drummond confirms he became a member of Vice Lord's gang during prior stint behind bars. In recent weeks before the murders, he was notified that his cover was blown. Then, when the 4 people were murdered, he ran. Drummond admits he did the wrong thing by running, but said he was scared. He says he is innocent, had no reason to kill the 4 individuals, all of whom considered to be family. But Drummond does say, without explanation, he was somehow directly involved in the killings. Now, I did ask him what he knows about how they were killed, and if not by him, who did it. I also asked him to explain the role the baby that was found in a car seat alive in Dyer County played. Drummond said at this point he is not ready to answer those questions. He definitely knows more, but what to believe is another matter. We will talk again. Now, not long ago after the hearing from Drummond, I contacted Lake County District Attorney Danny Goodman Jr. He was already well aware of the conversations with Drummond. A jailhouse phone call are recorded, and one is already part of the criminal case file. General Goodman could not comment specifically yet on what Drummond said, but he did say there's no doubt in his mind Drummond killed the 4 people and there was a clear motive. So let's talk about it. So as y'all know, I have a playlist below, and I touched on the Brandon Powell affidavit, and I broke it down for you guys to learn what the word identified meant in the affidavit. So let's take a look at that. So I already know people are going to ask, what do I think? Do I think that I got the affidavit wrong? And I'm still going to say no, because the affidavit is very clear at the very end. It says an extensive investigation has since revealed. So when Brandon Powell had his apartment raided and they took his stuff, evidence finally, because it doesn't matter if Austin Drummond was snitching on Brandon, they still have to have evidence against Brandon. So when they raided his apartment and they found evidence, that is how he was identified as the driver, through evidence. Now, I will say I was wrong, because I didn't believe Austin was, snitching or any type of informant. I wanted to believe he was probably more loyal into what he was involved in. But that is very clearly, based off of the information I'm getting, that's not what happened. He actually was working with the police and snitching, allegedly. Because these are my thoughts on this. If Austin Drummond is talking to an outside source, a reporter, and he is giving this information about him being a snitch, he's literally asking for a death sentence. He's literally asking for it, because we all know what happens to snitches. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think. So I'd like to hear what y'all think in the comments.